We've all seen it. You've seen it. AI, robots trying to swat away the hands of men trying to boop their noses. Robots taking our jobs. People reluctant to start a business in these uncertain times of inflation and growing technology advancements. One could argue this is not the most fun time for humanity. But I'm here today to convince you why this is the best time that your business can flourish. I started my little sticker business last year in February, and after some months of hard work and being blessed by the algorithm and following trends, I actually managed to reach 80k on Instagram. This is all I will tell you. These are my qualifications. If you want to check out my art, go ahead. Is it something that I thought would amass 80k people? No, but here we are today and I'm extremely grateful that it did. With the recent boom of artificial intelligence, to be honest, right now I'm not even sure if we can call it recent. It's actually been 2 years, maybe a year and a half, maybe a year. To be honest, it has developed so quickly that I don't think any of us are keeping track of how quickly it's actually developing. Whether this is art, music, crocheting, anything you can think of, AI has put its little grubby fingers on it and is trying to ruin our lives. As you can probably notice by now, I am not a big fan of AI. I have grown increasingly scared of artificial intelligence because I see it everywhere in my daily life now, as I'm sure you do as well. Every single niche that exists today feels like it's endangered by artificial intelligence. Wherever you lay your eyes, you can see robots and AI being used for several purposes. So much so that it's actually not even that weird anymore to be seeing robots and AI everywhere. No one is quite sure anymore which art was made with AI, which wasn't, which music is artificially generated, which isn't, what are we seeing that is actually true, which pictures of celebrities are real, which are not, which pictures from AI are photoshopped, who can actually draw, who can't draw, who can make music, who can't, who's actually making YouTube videos with AI, who's not. It's become a battleground out here. Everyone is fighting to be making money, everyone wants to make as much money as possible, and AI has been, unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to see it, helping with that. It's all about making everything fast, to make more things, to make more money, to make a bigger profit each year. But in my very humble opinion, real value comes from creating art slowly. AI's biggest weakness is that you can almost always tell when it is present in an image. It is by no means original and finds it hard to grasp simple concepts and make something meaningful out of them. How could this not be a good time to start your business when every single other person is doing something that looks extremely generic? How many cinematic videos have you seen on YouTube recently? How many deep and thoughtful and philosophical titles have you seen in the past week that you've been scrolling? How many aesthetic studio vlogs have you seen with pastel colors and everything looking pretty and aesthetic? I know you have, I have too. The thing is that the biggest thing that you can do today that can help your future is just being yourself. Yes, you have heard that correctly. Being an individual is what will allow you to have a successful business in 2024. What does being an individual mean to me? Being an individual to me means that you are not afraid to voice your ideas, and being a creative individual unafraid to explore new materials and themes that speak to you but are not mainstream. This means that you are not afraid to try out new things just because other people aren't doing them. You are so unapologetically yourself that you will try anything that makes your soul sing. Having your own opinion, your own style, your own thoughts has never been a rarer commodity than it is today, where everything looks and sounds the same. In this world of recent sameness and an oversaturated market, it has never been more important to be yourself and be an individual. Do you have a quirky business idea? Maybe you are so lost in your corporate life that you have buried your ideas deep inside, in fact, so deep that you don't even remember that you have them. Maybe you thought that those ideas were stupid, but right now, being surrounded by all this sameness, this is where your original ideas, even if they are the silliest thing you have ever thought of, are the most important. Everyone wants a Stanley Cup. Everyone wants a Hobonichi planner. Everyone wants the expensive, cool, niche things which are really not so niche anymore. I've seen literally every small business owner have a Hobonichi planner. And even though I started to really want it, I realized I really want it only because other people that I admire have it, not because I need it. And I can make and use something way more personal and useful for me that is not a Hobonichi planner and enjoy it more. Everyone wants to have those cute pastel rooms now, and power be unto you if this is something you really enjoy, but when among a feed filled with pastel you see a pastel thumbnail, how do you even choose which one to click? I caught myself doing this in the first thumbnail that I ever made for my first YouTube video. I made it full of pastel colors only to realize that it gets lost among the sea of other pastel businesses. When in reality I do like pastel colors, but it's not my main theme. My room isn't even pastel, it's forest themed, and if I were a viewer, I would click the video that doesn't look like the others. Just for a hope that they voice an opinion that can interest me that isn't like anyone else's. Everyone wants to have a sticker business. And having a sticker business is great. I have a sticker business, but there are so many sticker businesses that just rip off ideas from AI or from other creators and everything looks the same. If you want to be a part of an already oversaturated market like a sticker business, then you need to put a twist on it. I am by no means an expert on this. Naturally, the only qualifications I have on me is that I managed to acquire 80k followers in 4 months, and any previous experience I had of when I worked in the games industry. My art is not where I want it to be yet. I want it to be more original and whimsical, and I have a long road ahead of me. But the people who really inspire me and other audiences are just so unapologetically themselves in their art creation and personalities that people can't help but be drawn to them. Everyone wants to make or play a farming game, but at this point Steam is filled with hundreds of farming games. And again, I don't want to sound judgmental. I love farming games, I love playing some of them, but at this point I would pay big money just to see a game that isn't about farming exclusively and has some kind of engaging twist that excites you, or even better, a game that isn't about farming at all. You need to learn to discern what are your own preferences and opinions and which ones are imposed onto you because of popular trends. You don't need to be the most original person in the room when you start your business, but you will become that person as you put in the effort to discover what you really like making through starting a business and exploring your options. People love a good rags to riches story and will be interested in your progress. If you start a business today, you don't have to think of something original. You are yourself, and you being yourself is the most important thing that you can possess. So stop overthinking about what fits into today's society standards. Stop overthinking anything that you have overthought until now about starting a business. This is your time. People want to see people. People don't want to see artificial intelligence art. They want people. They want to see people doing people things and enjoying it. I think in our day and age, most of us have lost our originality and our spirit to be who we are. I know I have. I'm trying to rebuild this spirit every single day and be creative, but it's so hard when you see all of the stuff happening around you. Most of us are stuck in our 9-to-5s and have no time to be original or creative or to even think about starting a business. But even with a 9-to-5, I still believe that there is nothing more important than finding your creative spirit and following it. I am still healing from the damage that my 9-to-5 corporate art job did to me. I know it may sound dramatic, but I never drew for pleasure or for fun or for creativity when I worked 24/7 in the games industry as a concept artist. When the most recent company that I worked in full-time as a concept artist went bankrupt, my partner encouraged me to start a business. I thought it was a silly idea, but I did it. It was not only a practice to try and heal what I had lost during me working in the games industry, which was creativity, ironically, but it was also a time that I could sketch in my sketchbook again, something that I had not done for years at that point. I had always drawn digitally in my full-time art jobs, and while I do still love digital art, going back to traditional art is something that has changed me entirely. I have more patience, I feel more creative, I feel excited. There are so many mediums to try. And I've been slowly healing from the burnout of no creativity that I had while I was working in a very demanding games industry. This is a general problem with people that are creative and work in being creative all day long, because creativity becomes like a muscle that you have to force to work. And after being creative for someone else all day, most artists that work professionally don't have any energy left to develop their own ideas after work hours. Some people would tell you to embrace the artificial intelligence, to embrace the robots. And I would agree if it was something that did not concern damaging or completely eliminating the livelihoods of almost all of humanity. I will not tell you to make millions or hundreds or thousands from artificial intelligence, because that's not what I think humanity needs right now. I think humanity needs more people that are original, individual, and so much themselves that they can help heal the rest of us poor lost souls from succumbing to our 9-to-5s and to robots. I hope today I have been that kind of person for you. I hope I have encouraged you to take a step back and reevaluate what you want to do and what is the best use of your time. Building a business takes time. Healing your soul takes time. Finding back your creativity, experiencing what you like doing again, takes time. Do not be hard on yourself, do not push yourself, slowly try and discover what it was that you love doing. And I'm here to help you. So, let's get started with the ultimate guide. You will find a free printable worksheet in the description of this video that we will briefly go over now. If you want to do it together now, print the printable now, or write the prompt down on a piece of paper if you do not have a printer. Number 1. Choose a business niche. This means anything you are interested in, whether it's books, art, sculpting, literally anything that you can think of that you like doing. For me, my business niche is traditional and digital art. Choose a platform. Short-form content is videos and posts on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and you can monetize it by building an audience and opening a shop with digital or physical products. Long-form content is YouTube and things like Kickstarter and Patreon. You can get more easily monetized here, but it's better that you already have some kind of audience built before you start these. This, however, does not apply to YouTube. YouTube can be started without an audience very easily and is the most rewarding platform long-term. Pick one that you know you can stick to for a longer period of time. Write down 5 things that are unique about you. Here's mine. I like cute animals and animal characters. I like forest and cottagecore cozy vibes. I have experience that could help other people do what I'm doing, whether that's in drawing or with business. I live in a cozy remote village in the mountains, surrounded by wildlife. How often will you post? I'd recommend at the very least posting once a week. When I started, I posted every working day, Monday to Friday. The more often you post, the quicker you'll build an audience for your business. But the most important thing right now, in my opinion, is just starting. Don't create some crazy schedule that you can't keep to. How can you be consistent? Here's an example of what I wrote. I will start posting content regardless of quality, knowing I will improve along my journey as I continue to explore and grow my business. Hello everyone, my name is Pat, I am the owner of Catberries Studios. I would love for you to check out my Instagram if you have the time. This is where I post most of my artworks. Here on YouTube I post a video every other week. If you have enjoyed my video, leave a comment, tell me what you loved doing as a kid, what brings you joy. I want to hear all of your aspirations. If you could, what business would you start? I would love to chat with you in the comments. But for now, I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye!